Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am glad to have you watching. So, I promised you that when we come back here, we are going to be paying an amount that we owe the government as a remittance for tax. So, if I go to the chart of accounts here again, you notice that we owe the government some money, which we have withheld, of course. The amount in our case here is 500 Kenya shillings, which we did in our previous purchase invoice. So I would like to track what is going on here. So I'm going to leave this one here, and let me actually view the ledger for this one, negative 500. Then I am going to also view a ledger for my bank account. So chart of accounts, and then here I'm going to go here, current assets, not there but rather bank accounts, this one. So I want to view this ledger. Unfortunately, this ledger has zeros, so we don't have any money in our bank account. Now I would like to first of all top up this bank account with something like maybe 1 million that we can use to make these payments. So how do I do that? Now remember, this is not part of the scope of this video. I just want to have some money here so that we can be able to pay this money to the government. So I'm going to do that through a journal entry, and I'm going to rush it because ideally it's not part of us, it's not part of this. So I'm going to do this one as an opening entry, and I'm going to do here bank account, which I'm going to debit 1 million, and then I'm going to credit opening, temporary opening. I'm going to credit that 1 million. So if I submit this and I come back here, refresh it, now we have 1 million in the bank. I can close this off, or maybe I can use it for other things. Now, this one has not been touched yet, right? Here we still have a balance there in our bank. We now have 1 million that we want to use to pay this money to the government. So how do we do that? The easiest way that I can show you to do that is through a journal entry again. So let's go back to journal entry, and in the journal entry we are going to create a journal, and this is going to be of type excise entry. All right, this is important. Make sure that is of type excise. And then down here, remember the first thing that we're going to affect is our bank account, because we want to get this money from our bank account. And how are we going to do this? We are going to credit the bank 500, because ideally that's the amount that we want to pay to the government. And then we are going to debit our TDS account. So this is tax drawn at source, that amount. Now, why are we crediting the bank account? Because people may start asking, why are we crediting the bank account? Now remember, in double entry, a debit entry to an asset account is an increase to that account. So ideally, when you debit an asset account, the account balance increases, and of course when you credit it, the vice versa happens. And when we are talking about an asset account, it means then that if it is a liability account, the inverse is also true. So here we are going to credit our bank account 500 shillings, and then we are going to debit our TDS account with the same amount. Then we save this and we go ahead and submit it. So if we go back here and we refresh our bank account, you notice that now here we have a drawing of 500, and the balance is 999,500. And if we go to our TDS account and refresh it, you notice that now the balance here is 0. So we do not owe the government any money. One more thing that I would like to show you before I leave this video is our purchase invoice. So if we go back to our purchase invoice here, you see it is still unpaid. So if we want to make an entry or to pay this purchase invoice, we just go to here and then we click on payment. Of course, we need to select our payment mode, which could be maybe cash to avoid a lot of trouble. And then here you notice that the amount is automatically 9,500, because the system knows that 500 was withheld. So if I go ahead and pay this thing and submit it, when that is submitted, if I go back to my purchase invoice, you notice that the status changes to paid. I noticed that we didn't do that one in our previous videos, And because I don't want to do a long series of videos, and this one is a short thing, just go ahead and make a payment entry. I decided to do it here. So you notice that when these ones have been checked here, even if you are buying items worth 10K, if you do a payment entry for 9,500, which is of course 10K less the 500 that was withheld, the invoice status becomes paid. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope it was helpful and insightful, and I am hoping to see you in my next video, which ideally is going to be about customers now. So we are ideally done with suppliers. Now we shift and go to customers. If you have not liked my videos already, please go ahead and like it. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go ahead and do that. Hit that subscribe button, and of course accept all notifications so that you can get notified when I release a new video. And then if you have people, friends and colleagues that you think can benefit from these videos, share the videos with them. It is going to benefit them and also benefit me and give me motivation. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next.